Hello, I'm River, and this is week 2 reflections of Project 3 Contemporary Theatre. This week we focused a lot on physical stuff, so like touching to make a movement, like touch shoulder, the other person's like, no. So one thing we did, we looked at chair duets, which is there's two people sat on chairs, and they start off just like sitting facing forwards, and one person starts off with making one move, then the next person makes the other move, keeps going until they've got like 10 moves or until it feels right for them. And like you could swap in people, swap out people. Yeah. I'm not good at words. We looked at making a scene from an actor's story. I can't remember the actor from Rocky. Oh god. But we looked at how Rocky was made and what inspired him to make it. But we were given a genre to base the piece on, and we got the crime genre. So what inspired Rocky was a wrestling match, a boxing match, not a wrestling match, a boxing match that he went to go see. He couldn't find a job, so whatever. He went to go see a boxing match that inspired him, and he was like, I could make a movie out of this. And he was rejected by one producer because, well, he wasn't rejected, he was accepted. They liked his story, but they said that he couldn't be the main character and he wanted to be the main character. So he goes to another producer and they're like, yeah, I like this story. You can be the main character. And he stars as the main role in this movie. And he won 3 awards. And it became one of the most successful movies. Good. We looked at intimacy directors, which they're in charge of performers' comfort, protection, and well-being while on set. They help honour actors' needs for bodily autonomy and boundaries by carefully choreographing scenes with actors' comfort in mind. The term intimacy director is typically used in theatre and live performances, while intimacy coordinator is used for TV and film. We had a workshop which included like this sort of stuff. It included intimacy, included like movement and touch and like everything like that. We looked at reactive movement. So you can react by talking, but sometimes you can't talk because it's not in the script, but you still need to act. You still need to look like you're in the piece. So you react with movement, which you see a lot when it comes to like background characters. They'll be moving around a lot and you'll see them acting, but you can't hear them speaking. As a lot of people tend to just stand still while acting because our brain isn't programmed to react with movement. It's more programmed to react by speaking or with facial expressions, not by like moving your whole body. We did quite a few exercises in this workshop, one of which being linked to our project Inside Out, Outside In, and we looked at 2 songs and used those songs to create a choreographed piece, kind of dance, showing what it's like to be 17 to the outside world, but also to yourself. And those are uploaded on my channel. Shameless plug, but this is my channel, so I'm gonna shameless plug whatever I want. Yeah, they're on my channel. I think it's Give me a second. Outside, Inside Out, Outside In, Group 1 and Group 2 dances. They're both separate videos. We also looked at like moving like a bird. And we were in a line. We started off as birds, and then we moved into like a sort of line. And then the front were crouched down to the floor. The middle people were like slightly up, but also slightly like down. And then the back people stood up all the way, so it was like a slope upwards. And the people from the back would move forward, crouch down. And while that's happening, we had coats and scarves and hats on, and people would like take off the coats, and it creates this continuous movement that flows really nicely when done correctly. It was our first time, so it was a little bit rocky, but I think it turned out pretty well. And that is also found on my YouTube as bird movement exercise. I'm not good at making names, but yeah. That's what we've done over the past week. Next week is assessment week, so I'm not at college, but we are doing our self-tape, and I'm looking at accents, and I'm going to be documenting my process of learning the accent, learning the monologue, using the accent with the monologue, and then on Friday the 26th, on Friday the 26th of January, I will post my self-tape monologue, which is the monologue from Mr. Magorine's Wonder Emporium, which I have done before, but it was kind of not good because it was my first time doing it, and I didn't take into account acting and accents and stuff like that, and it was a black screen, so you can't see my face while I'm doing it. But hopefully this time it'll turn out a lot better.